Well, hello, sisters, brothers, and others. It's your happy hippie, Brother Zippo. Welcome to my home. Today, I'd like to talk to you about mental health and the police and law enforcement in general. Because to me, those are some things that are tied pretty closely together. Well, for a lot of Americans, they are. Just so you know, I suffer from, I've mentioned it before, PTSD, agoraphobia, and a lot of anxiety based issues. Many of those things have gotten worse over time as a result of direct involvement of police as a big part. I tend to shoot my big mouth off a lot, as many of you may have guessed, and that's gotten me in trouble with law enforcement before when they didn't like what I had to be saying. There'll be stories about the individual encounters as time goes on. But for me, one of the things that triggers my anxiety is police officers. Now, as a general rule, I tend to be a big follower, big proponent of the ACAB 1312. All cops are bad philosophy. Now, I don't think that every single cop out there is a horrible, evil individual. But every single cop that I do meet that says, hey, I'm a good cop, I have one question for you. How many bad cops have you been investigating this week? Because there's still plenty on your force. So, with that and all the horrors that you keep seeing everywhere you look, every channel's got another story about somebody being brutalized by some officer who's overstepping their authority. It scares the crap out of me, especially since I have been the victim of this in the past. And in the past, this was before the age that everyone was carrying a camera around in their pocket. There was nothing I could do about it because I couldn't prove it. But now you're seeing it everywhere, all the time. So, cops, just their mere presence in a bad time can trigger a panic attack for me. Now, I recognize the importance of law enforcement. Okay? We do have to have laws on the books. And we do have to have people that will make sure that the people who don't care about the laws, well, there's someone to do something about it. But currently, as it stands, cops are not required to protect you. That's the law. The Supreme Court has said that the police force is not required to put themselves at risk to protect you. What they are right now is security guards for rich people's stuff and enforcers and thugs against the lower classes. And it's getting taken out mostly on people of color because it's easier to assign the lower class to people of color. It's easier to look at them and think they're probably not going to have money. I'm not going to have to worry about whether or not their cousin is some very wealthy attorney. And that's just stereotypes that people think of. It's ridiculous, but it's true. So, for me, a lot of my mental health issues are very much triggered by police. And it's only getting worse with all the horrors that I see out there. I mean, from Trayvon and, oh man, the list is just incredibly long. And I'm going to start getting emotional if I start going over it. You know, God rest George Floyd. All these people that we've seen the police brutalize, and we've seen horrible things done to these people. It scares me. So that's why the police are tied really closely to my serious mental health issues. But that's just me, you know. I'd look forward to hearing from you about the things that you struggle with and your triggers and how you deal with them. You know, in the comments below. Shameless plug right here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We're really trying to work the algorithm to be able to fund our project. So please, please, anything you can do to help support that, we'd really appreciate. Look forward to hearing from you. But until then, be well, be safe, and be blessed.